how to be more charismatic. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how men can become more charismatic around people. A lot of you guys are introverts, so you're used to being alone. But a lot of guys have the knowledge and they want to be more outspoken. You know, you kind of want the attention on you a little bit. You're getting sick of being away from reality. And I get a lot of emails about this, about people who wants to learn how to be more open and outspoken and speak publicly, but at the same time be liked amongst the community. It's natural. Us as human beings, we like being around other people. We love being social creatures, but some of us have a problem communicating. Okay, today I'm going to be teaching you how to be more charismatic. First, you must have a verbal connection with people, which means you must learn how to talk in simple terms. In a lot of cases, a lot of people who gain intelligence don't know how to talk to people, because when they talk to people, they like to correct people on their spelling. They like to correct people on their speech, or they like to correct the situation. In most cases, people love using big words to show people that they're smart, but what they're not realizing is you're actually talking down to people when you start using big words, because not everyone knows what those big words mean. And if they don't know what those big words means, then you assume that they're not intelligent. So in order for you to be charismatic, you have to be able to talk in simple terms to where everybody in the world can understand you. When everybody in the world understands you, then it's equal for you to make a connection with people. If you're speaking an intellect language to people who are not that intellect, you're going to completely throw them off, and you're not going to be looked at as a person to be around. You're going to be looked at as a person that's misunderstood. Once you have too many of these misunderstood gestures coming at you, then you'll fold back into your introverted self and remain an introvert that can't communicate with people, because when you tried, you got a different results. The problem is, to be charismatic people speak on a term that everyone can understand. So use simple words, not big words, so your communication comes across a little bit more easier. Next, you have to learn to bring people into your conversation. Learn to ask people questions. Learn to get their suggestions about things. If you have a problem being charismatic, the first thing that you could do is, if when you're asked a question, relate the question back with a question. Constantly ask someone a question. Ask their suggestions. What that does, that involves people into your conversation, which in a lot of cases, if you're new to being charismatic, then this is a way for you to break the ice with being a conversationalist, speaking in public, but also being used to people interacting with you. So learn to ask questions and bring people into conversations. So if you're having a conversation with one person and maybe someone walks past, learn to say, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question? What are your thoughts on this?" It's a great way to talk to women as well, is when you're talking to somebody, you look at a girl and say, "Excuse me, come here. I'll have to ask you a question. What do you feel about this?" When you can learn to bring women into conversations, you look more charismatic, and women will like you more just for you being brave to bring them into your conversation. But if you're going to bring a woman into a conversation, don't be talking about relationships, don't be talking about sex, and don't be talking about other men. Make sure you have a general conversation going on before you invite a female in, so you really look charismatic and not like you're trying to flirt. Next, learn to express creativity. In other words, get into art, drawing, things like that. Whatever you're creative at, learn to express it to people that are creative just like you. All right? A lot of people can't make music. A lot of people can't do art. But a lot of people are very good at other things. I've seen people good at model cars. I've seen people good with sculptures. People have a certain talent with art that they love to showcase when they're by themselves. But if you learn to showcase this art to other people and people appreciate it, you're doing something that they may not be talented at. So now they look up to you at that. Like for instance, I don't play video games, but if I was to sit down and play video games and want to learn, I'm going to go to one of the best gamers in the world and ask them how to play the game because I know they're going to explain it better. I know inside the gaming world, if I ask a gamer, I'm going to get better results because they know what they're doing. That's how it is when it comes to your art. If you have a certain art, something that you could do very well, learn to express it to people that do the same thing as you or express it to people that may be interested. When you can show that you're talented at something that someone else is not, that makes you look more charismatic and it also makes you look smart. Next, you have to learn to build trust with people. All right? When you're going to build trust with people, you have to pretty much maintain the same attitude at all times. This is where being very disciplined come in. Charismatic people are always the same people when you see them. They're not that moody as much as other people. They can actually handle pressure during times that you're expressing them to be angry. So you must understand, in order for you to achieve being charismatic, you have to build a trust with everyone around you. In other words, you have to be so outgoing and know how to talk and talk with so much confidence that you sell yourself. Once you sell yourself to a person, then they automatically trust you. Once they trust you, then you're attractive. They learn to admire you. So learn to build trust with communication with people. All right? They'll start looking up to you. Next, set goals and really achieve them. All right? People love talking to someone that's very adventurous, someone that's very daring, someone that's very challenging, someone that loves to challenge themselves. People love to watch someone root to win. They love to watch somebody train. A lot of you guys are in the gym. And in the gym, you always got that one bodybuilder walking around with a gallon of water with the big bag that know everybody, but you're watching him train, right? And then when y'all go inside the locker room, he says, man, I got a show coming up. I'm preparing for the Nationals. I'm trying to work my way up to the Mr. Olympia. So in the gym, you'll see a lot of guys training to be bodybuilders, and you'll hear about them going to their shows. Well, when they go to their shows and they win, or even if they do good, you look up to them. It's the same thing with basketball, football players. You see them training in the summertime where there's no games going on, but when you watch them play, it becomes amazing. Okay, learn to set a goal and then achieve it, and people watch you achieve it. When people see that you could do something that they can't do, and like you have a lot of resilience to it, and you keep pushing and with consistency and staying persistent at it, and then you finally achieve it, that's very charismatic to people, and it makes you look brave and it makes you look adventurous. All right, if you follow these rules right here, not all of it may work, but it'll get you going in the right direction and get you opening up so you look more appeasing to people. That's what charisma does. It makes you attractive to everyone, not just women. And this is Anthony Spade. Hopefully this helps you be more charismatic. Comment, like, subscribe. Hasta la vista.